Hello guys, welcome to part 7 of the DIY sleeper pond build that I've been doing. So this is an update and tell you what I've been doing. So essentially I've been doing a bit of staining with some wood preserver in the holes that I've cut. I've also cut another hole down there. So total we've got 6 holes. Up to present we've got 6 holes cut. I used a 55mm hole cutter with my drill to do that. So we've got a hole here, a hole here, hole there, 2 there and 1 there. So essentially we're going to have our overflow here. We're going to have our main pump sending the water up to our filter box that I've shown you. Check my other videos out for that. 2 holes there are going to be literally for the skimmer box. The one at the bottom and the second one further up, just there. Because essentially we need to pull the water from the skimmer and then push it through these 2 return jets I'm going to put here. A return jet there, a return jet there. And what I've been doing with the sander, you can see the belt sander that I've got here. As you may have seen in my other videos, I had a bit of a problem with the level of these 2 sleepers, that sleeper there and that sleeper there. They were about 1 centimetre above the top and bottom for some reason. It could have been, it might have been something to do with the cement that I laid down and a bit of seepage maybe, and that's why there was a bit of sinkage maybe, or maybe they're not cut properly and they're not square. So essentially what I had to do is sand down the tops and get rid of about 1 centimetre worth of material. So when we get our capping wood, which I have ordered, that will be about 50mm thick, about 150mm wide, 2.4 metres long for that, and I think I've ordered 1.8 for these, which works out about 1.7 metres across. So that's the update really regarding the sleepers. I've sanded it down quite dramatically. I'm going to have to check the levels with my spirit level. Hopefully we'll have it quite level, but we've got some plants here, and I just wanted to basically talk you through what I've bought off eBay. There's quite a few different plants in there, but let's have a look at them closer up, and that's where we're more or less at. The next stage is literally going to be sorting out this hole. We need to put a bit of soil down, some sand, our underlay down, make sure there's no glass or stones, and then literally put our liner in and then staple it in on the top of these sleepers, put our capping wood on the top, sort out the piping. The piping has been a nightmare because I've had to cut lots of various sizes just so that we've got enough room and clearance, because we've got about 10 centimetres worth of wood to get through. So I'll do another separate video on the piping. I think that would be helpful, so you guys can see what I'm doing. What I've decided to do, because I've cut the hole a little bit bigger than the actual pipes, it's only probably about 5mm, very small amount of you know, play that we've got. What I'll do is I'll use some expanding foam and just fill in the gap around so that they'll be nice and snug. I did think about cement. The only thing with that is wood has a habit of contracting and expanding in cold and hot weather, and concrete and cement might not be the best material for that, because obviously there'll be constant shifting, and eventually that concrete and cement will literally get crushed and, you know, literally fall apart really. So I've decided to go with expanding foam. I'm not going to use the yellow stuff you can buy at the shop. I'm going to use landscaping expanding foam because it won't expand as much, and obviously it'll be black, so it should be less obvious. We've got to do put the skimmer in as well. I'll use the same foam to foam that in as well. But I just wanted to go through the plants with you, so let's have a look. Okay guys, so I just want to go through the plants that we've got here. The majority of them are yellow irises that we've got here, but we do have a few other plants here. I think we've got some creeping Jenny and a few other plants. Let's just have a look at the labels, because I'm obviously not that familiar with the names. Rather than pronounce the names, I'll just show you that. But there's a nice yellow plant, if you can see that in the label. Can you see that? Okay, that's one of the yellow plants that I've got. I can't pronounce these names properly, so I'll just show you the label. Then you can decide what you think of it. There you go. There's another one. We've got a blue plant here. Again, these names are not that easy to pronounce, so I'll just show you the label, and then you can see. So those are the labels. I just wanted to show you the labels for these plants. Essentially, the best type of filtration for your pond is living plants. You can get obviously mechanical filtration, but when it comes to taking out the ammonia, nitrates and nitrites, you want plants to do that for you, and it will do a far better job than any mechanical filtration system. And I do see a lot of people using the Nexus filtration systems, and to be frank with you, they're nowhere as good as using a bog filter, a wetland filter, biological filtration. Obviously you've got that through your rocks and your stones and your lava rocks and your biological media. You can use other things such as Biohome, which is also very good. Essentially it's glass and rocks and stones that colonize your biological media to try and fight and absorb ammonia, nitrites and nitrates. But plants is the best way of doing that, no matter who you talk to. You know, there'll be many professionals who will argue with you and debate that, what I'm saying, but when it comes to filtration, plants is the best way to do it. So what I've essentially done here is I've bought about 20 plants. Cost me about £45 off eBay. They're relatively quite young, but they will mature. So these plants will feed off the waste product of your fish, and that is the best way of keeping your water crystal clear. And it also helps fight algae. Now obviously UV filters will help with some of that, managing your algae, but essentially plants is the best way of doing it. There's no other better way of dealing with ammonia, nitrites, nitrates than using Mother Earth and nature. So basically what I've got is some aquatic soil. Put all these plants in this box as a temporary measure, so they'll grow. They'll feed off some of the waste I put in there, because I do have a Blagden mini pond in my conservatory, and obviously I've got some goldfish, so I just took some water out of that and put it in here, and obviously that's to kick off the cycle. And then at some point when we're ready to put this in the bog filter that I've built for this pond, we'll be ready to go straight away, no messing about, and I'll show you that in the next coming parts. But I hope this part 7 was informative on what I'm up to at the moment. So thank you for watching and have a nice day. Please remember to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you later.